mathematicians, welcome back to Smyan Academy. Today I'm going to teach you how to multiply with the reverse bump it trick. It's similar to our last video about the bump it trick, however, there's a little catch to it. Instead of having the ones digit add up to 10, you're going to have the ones digit the same number. You have to know this because you can't use the wrong trick with these questions. However, in this trick, the tens digits add up to 10. So, summarizing that, for when ones digits are the same and the tens digit add up to 10. That's what this whole trick is about. It won't make sense yet, but I'll tell you what the trick is later. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to read all this, and then I'm going to underline the main things we're going to do, and then we'll go to the practice problem. Alright, we're going to first check the condition. This is like, you have to make sure, like I said before, if the ones are the same and the tens digits add up to 10. Next, you're going to multiply the front numbers. So the front numbers, it might be a little complicated, but the front numbers are 7 and 3. Those are the front numbers. They're the tens digits, basically. Then you add the back number to that front number product. When you multiply that 7 and 3, you add it back to one of the back numbers. It doesn't matter which one because they both have to be the same. So it could be this 4 or it could be this 4. And then next you multiply the back numbers after you got that result. This is a totally separate step. So you multiply the back numbers, which is basically one of those numbers squared. Now finally, with that result you got at the start and the result you got by multiplying the back numbers, you combine the answers you got from both. Alright, so let's put that into action and let's do this practice problem. So, we check the condition. Yes, this works. 7 plus 3 equals to 10, and 4 and 4, same number. Now we're going to multiply the front numbers. So that's 7 times 3, we know that's 21. And then you add the back number, which is either of these 4. So we could take that 4, add it, and we get 25. So now we multiply the back numbers. We have to keep this one in our head. Just remember that. So now we multiply the back numbers, which is 4 squared, and that's 16. Okay, so now what we do is we combine these two, and we get an answer of 2516. Now I have a really easy method to remember how to add the front and back numbers. What I do is I visualize that it's in this form of multiplication. And then I just look at this and say, alright, I need to go in an L shape. I just draw an L like that. I just visualize that in my head. And I'm like, okay, I need to do 7 times 3 and then do 7 times 3 plus 1. That's how, plus 4. That's how I remember it. Might not be efficient, but I just think of that L shape and I do it most of the time. Alright, so hopefully that all made sense. If it didn't, rewatch this, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment. It's really useful to ask questions because if you don't really understand a topic, there's no use of learning the trick. You need to know it and make sure you fully understand it before you move on. Okay, let's go to our practice questions. So we have several of these, but I want you to try these on your own first, and let's see if you got these. Alright, hopefully you try them by your own by pausing the video, so let's get started. Alright, we're going to do the same trick. Well, let's do the same thing. So 1 and 9, that's going to be 9. Add one of the back numbers, so that'll give you another 9. And then add them together, you get 18. That's going to be our front number. And then finally, we multiply the back numbers and we get 81. There, 1,881 is our answer. Moving on, let's do 2 times 8. That should give us 16. And then we add it to one of the back numbers, which is 8. So when we add this together, we get 24. So we can write that right here. And then we multiply the back numbers, and we get 64. And when we combine them together, we get 2,464. Okay, this might be similar. This is literally 54 squared. And this is like one of the odd ones. You rarely get to see this, but this trick works because 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, and 4 is the same for the ones digit. Pretty cool. Alright, but let's do it the same method. So 5 times 5 is 25, and then we add the 4. Either of them doesn't matter. We get 29. We write the 29, and then we multiply the back numbers, and we get 16. Done. So our answer is 2,916. Moving on, let's do the next one. So 6 times 4 is going to be 24, plus the 3, which will give us 27. And then now, final step is we multiply the back numbers, which will give us a 0, 9. So like in my previous video, I always want to mention, if you have a number that is a single digit, like if these were 2s, you'll get the answer of 4 when you multiply. However, your number has to be 2 digits for this to work. So when you do, when you have 2 times 2 and you get 4, you need to write 0, 4. That 0 is like a placeholder. But we don't need to worry about that because when we did 3 times 3, we added 0 as a placeholder and we put the 9. Well, just remember that because sometimes questions like that could trip you up. So let's check our answers. Yep, we got them all right. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions or want some other types of content. This might have been a little tricky, but make sure to keep practicing and hope you learn and get better. So once again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.